Alright guys, welcome back to EA Sports PGA Tour. It's been a little bit since I've played, but we're going to be doing the Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass, of course. But yeah, I did something stupid and started two other games when I should have only done one. I started the first Diablo game and Divinity Original Sin. One's very long. One isn't. I finished Diablo, but there's still a DLC I gotta do. So let's see. Wind is 6 to 9 miles per hour. Okay. Playing with Hideki.
It is golf's unofficial fifth major. It is the home of the PGA Tour. It is 18 of the most diabolical holes ever strung together.
I don't know about that.
Intimidating. It is narrow fairways. It is water at every turn. But for the player who outlasts all others, it is the richest prize in golf. It is the Players' Championship.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. For over 4 decades, this has been the home of the PGA Tour and the site of its flagship event as we bring you opening round coverage of the players. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. We've got a tie for the lead at 1 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer, so close to victory last week, settling for second and playing extremely well. A beautiful Thursday here on the first coast of Florida. Anticipation in the air for the first real big championship of the year. It is the Players and our featured golfer coming off a very strong showing last weekend at the Arnold Palmer Invitational down at Bay Hill. This is going to be a real test of where you stack up in this rookie season, don't you think, Frank?
I certainly do,
Damn it.
Rich. I mean, the who's who of golfer here on a golf course that has tormented so many players over the years. The fact that there's trouble often on both sides of the fairway. These greens, they can be as quick as anything. And of course, then you have to finish. And everybody knows how famous this finish here is at TPC Sawgrass.
Okay, that's a good one to start safely in the fairway to get the tournament underway. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay the third.
151 yards left. Pin is on the front left part of the green.
Yeah, I'm just going to put menu sound effects.
That's got to be
We can turn those down, but we
we
don't have menu narration.
So now from the rough, his second here at the opening hole.
The gameplay sound effects are very loud. I'm turning them down. Let's turn the commentary volume down to 50. There we go. Because I've just been noticing in OBS, because you know how sometimes you just I don't look over. Some things have just been very, very loud. So 146 to the pin. Have to carry it. Probably at least 140. The lie isn't great. Tried to underswing a little bit. Sit.
Always a good shot in the rough, but now a chance for a birdie. So that's a good approach shot.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, like the toughest or most grueling or something 18 holes put together. I was like, the last 2 holes, you can make an argue for some of the toughest put together. But I definitely wouldn't say, that Sawgrass is one of the toughest. Ooh, broke a lot in the middle.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad.
Especially in real life, because
Good bunker player.
especially, over the last however many years, the scoring at Sawgrass is usually pretty low.
That one kind of took off on
But-
him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by.
And I wanted to play some and go over like the U.S. Open. But again, just I did a dumb thing. Started 2 games, and then work on the house just overtook everything. And then it was also Father's Day, so we celebrated that.
For a par here at the first.
Just super busy.
Even par.
And again, those are 2 games I've never played before,
Okay,
so it's a lot easier to hop into something new. And then Aliens Dark Descent came out. I started that as well, so technically I'm playing 3. Oops, didn't mean to skip that, but we all know the holes of the players.
One that favors accuracy over distance. Is that fair to say?
It is. Often we use the phrase, it favors no one. And I think that's the hardest part of the golf course. There's no stereotypical type winner here at TPC Sawgrass. It really is a good blend of just finding position on
Come back a
some
little
holes,
bit more.
and the longer hitters, well, they
Okay.
can take advantage. The new 12th hole, for example, the drivable par 4. There's some tweaks in the golf course, but still,
And then Callisto Protocol came out with its story expansion, Last Transmission or Lost Transmission, I can't remember. So I'd like to start that as well. It was a disappointing game overall, but hopefully if they get a sequel, they can fix a lot of the stuff in it. Better story, better gameplay. So,
Has to be thrilled with that second
but anyway,
shot.
U.S. Open, that was definitely
Everything out of that.
definitely an interesting watch. I didn't get to watch a lot of it. 235, and we can land it pretty short. We're gonna have to cut it in there. Let's go with the 4. Go with kind of a high one. Yeah. So I was recording it because it came on actually pretty late. And ooh, still a little bit too far. Should have went with the 5.
Hit that second shot on the button.
Yeah, hit it actually pretty good.
But Frank couldn't get it to
But yeah,
stop.
because it was
Too good.
Yeah, it was LA. It was Los Angeles. So it's 3 hours difference for me. So typically they would start at like 10 in the morning or something like that, and this one started at like 1. Let's go with a spinner here. Ooh, still ran on a little bit.
Hideki now.
But it always.
Good look at birdie.
So when you set stuff to record, because we have Comcast,
Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second.
I have PGA Tour stuff set to record.
6-footer now for birdie.
But on the TV, it's called U.S. Open. And I always forget that it doesn't record that because it's not called PGA Tour, So the first day I didn't really get to see anything.
Break down the par 3
But Ricky went, 8 under, same with Xander, and tied for the lead. I was just like, oh my god, please, Ricky, get the win. It would have been amazing. And then, in the lead, the second day, tied for the lead on the third day, going into the final round, and just ended up not getting it. And it's unfortunate, but you know, it's the Traveler. He's at the Travelers right now, doing really well. So he'll get his. He definitely will. Go a little bit more.
That one safely on the putting surface.
I was worried about going over right there, so I made sure to underswing a little bit. The wind just held it back a little bit. Ooh, Hideki, too much of a draw on that one. Goes into the bunker.
That ball's going to wind up into that.
But yeah, the final day, actually, he was 5 over on that day. And if you, the leaderboard, I think, was the top 10. Him and only one other person were over par on the final day on the top 10. And the other person was only 1 over. So Ricky just had a really bad day.
Dead straight look here. Very
It's
little break,
0.6
just has to
below.
get it online.
About right there. I underhit it. Had the line too if I would have hit it. Had it. Damn. Would have been a nice putt to go in. Ooh. Ooh. Hideki. Yeah, the third day, Saturday, I think Ricky shot 10 under a 60 at the Travelers Championship. His career low. But he's still, I think he's still like 5 shots back or something, because the leaders are. I can't even remember actually. Let me look it up real quick. 21 under. Keegan Bradley right now is leading.
Yeah, meanders all the way down the right side, but really it's the lesser of two evils. I'd rather
Yeah, Ches Reavie at 20, Patrick Hanley at 16, Ricky at 15. So yeah, he's 6 back. Then Adam Scott at 15. Justin Thomas at 14. Justin Thomas has been, and also Scheffler at 14, McIlroy at 12. McIlroy almost could have, he could have had the U.S. Open as well. It's too much of a risk going for that. You know, McIlroy finished solo second. Yeah, he was solo second at 9 under. Who won? Wyndham Clark. He won. Good dude. Man, when you think of the, like, I love the U.S. Open scores and the PGA Championship scores. I love it when they aren't, you know, like the Travelers is going to be probably like at least 26 to 30 under in between them. Those scores when they finish. Let's go with a finesse here. It's not going to spin too much. Tiny bit uphill. I think the wind's probably going to bring it a little bit. Underswung a little bit, but that might be good. It was. I needed more underswing. It's a good shot. For me personally, I like those scores of 4 rounds and they only got to 10 under. You know. Ooh, what a shot by Hideki.
Just the strike, the sound of it, and the ball does the rest. Great shot.
8 feet remaining here for birdie.
Well, I'm gonna have to move that because I can't even see. Because for me, it's just kind of like, wow, you know, they're struggling just like we would. I don't see it being 1.2 below. but I know at the start it does break pretty. No, it does. I pulled it a little bit, but
That's a letdown.
it didn't really break at all. I should have trusted my eyes.
Okay, that one finished
It's funny,
off
that one
with
broke more than the
here.
entirety of the other putt,
And he'll remain
which doesn't make too much sense. Um, but yeah, because
It is a
I
birdie
mean, if you
for
think
four.
about it, on that final day
Get this back
of
within a shot of the lead.
the US Open and the PGA Championship, you're thinking anybody within, well, I think it was probably like, 15 people are in contention versus the Travelers right now, where it's like really just the top 2 are in contention unless they really go downhill or somebody shoots another 10 under, which you got to think that's probably not going to happen. Especially on the final day, you're tired, and
That is really a good tee shot there.
right, I think we should be able to carry all this. Let's go with a little bit of a fade here. Okay.
A good swing and a good result. As that is so
I didn't want it.
into the fairway.
The reason I faded that is because I was like, sometimes the tree limbs have a really big hitbox, and I'm pretty sure they, unfortunately, have kind of gone old school with their hitboxes, and the tree is just a big square with the hitbox. Because if you look at like older games and how they did hitboxes and stuff, like for enemies and
118 yards to the hole.
um,
Pin sitting on the right.
that's kind of how they did. It's like the enemy is just a square or whatever is a square. So you know what? Let's go with a low, super low. We'll bring it back. Let's cut it in there a little bit. I kind of, so they updated the game,
This is the sand wedge.
of course. A little bit too much. That 1.2 overswing is just too much. And I like what they did with the swing line. I don't know why it's there still, but I like the look of it a little better.
Footer.
Alright. Not much break into this. It's showing it's below that it's breaking to the right at our feet, but honestly I see it breaking the opposite way about midway through. Yeah, see, there's no way. Breaks like right here. Oh yeah, I think it's downhill. Wow, it didn't. It looked the exact opposite. I mean, really, it was dead straight. God, just so dumb.
Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th.
I mean, it reflects me in real life how I putt. I see the line, and I just second guess it, so I move it, and that's where
And he'll stay right where he is.
that's where my putting gets me.
Well, this hole has it all. 393-yard par 4 sixth, and in fact, it was Pete Dye's favorite. He designed this golf course, and I think the reason he loved it so much was it incorporated all of the elements that he used in his design. It was visually intimidating, water trouble, and the premium on accuracy and strategic thinking.
Yeah, on Sawgrass, if you really think about, the water that is in play, realistically in play, for a PGA professional, you know, so far throughout 6 holes, there's really only been 1 hole so far where a professional has to be like, okay, I need to watch out on this shot because of the water. Maybe 2 holes, 1 off the drive and 1 off the second shot. So this one's 84 yards. Where's the front of the green? At 76. I'll be honest. I kind of want to hit a pitch, but because it's uphill, it's gonna stop really fast. I wish I could. Yeah, I don't want the 3-wood. We'll hit this really low. Come back down to about, say, 82. Underswing. Yeah. Damn it. I still think it would have come off because there's a little false front right there, but this is definitely the one where it's like you hit it under 100 yards into this green. You know, it's one that you should be thinking birdie every time. I keep hitting my mic with my damn headphones or my headset. And, you know, unfortunately, see, this is where, like, I think in the scorecard, the green should have a heat map. Because if you look at yardage books for pros, they have those. They have kind of a heat map for, I mean, it's not like red and stuff like that, but it has stuff that tells you, okay, the green falls off right here and goes to the left here, stuff like that. And I get it, it's a video game. They kind of need to make it a little more challenging. Otherwise, it's just super easy. But I don't know. I like the more realistic aspect, even if it does make it a little bit easier. Just because it makes it a lot more fun. Like, I didn't realize there was a false front there. Now, of course, I was trying to hit it low and all that. Damn it. Went to the right. I was trying to hit it low to avoid having it spin back. But I underswung it. The wind's into me. And there was a false front. So. Alright, 97 to the front, 105 to the pin. Let's hit this. The wind should carry it a little bit. Oh yeah. Ooh! Wow. Got screwed with that one. I mean, it almost jumped into the hole. Get in there. Oh. Wow, it still rolled far. But it shouldn't break too much. Based on where it went past the hole, it didn't go. It didn't break. Oh, but it broke there. See, that is one complaint I have about these greens. Now that they seem to have fixed most of them, is you can see how much it rolls past the hole, and in doing so, how much it should break. Now that one was going up the hill, and as it was going past the hole, it really didn't break. Like maybe an inch or two. That's why I played it just outside left. Or left edge.
237-yard
and
necklace of bunkers surrounding
it broke like
What's the best
6
approach?
inches to the right.
You come out through that chute or that hallway.
Doesn't really make too much sense that it did that because it didn't really break going down the hill.
The green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of
Ooh.
that narrow entry.
And so going up the hill, it should break a little bit less, but it broke a ton. So this is 244. The front of the green is only 222. It's slightly downhill with the wind helping. So let's do this. Stay left. Wow. I did hit it
That
fast.
one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Good God.
Okay, well, that is on the green, but apparently just too difficult to get enough loft on it out of the bunker, and that winds up well beyond the hole.
It's downhill, so I figure it'll get there. Yeah, still went past. And it was 9% underswing. Ooh, it was a good putt back, but
One heck of a par. That nearly went down, but it'll
and I do
slide
feel
just
too
right.
another reason why I took a good break,
Good roll
probably
there.
what like a 2-week break from the game.
And he'll stay at level par.
I don't like the quick rounds, and I don't like all 4 rounds on
Finish off. It's a bogey
just
here.
regular tournaments, and they still have not added
One bit.
2-round tournaments, which is
Right now at the
a
ninth,
shame. So I've played in every tournament that we could.
And,
Same
I
with
certainly
the
enjoyed
Corn
watching
Ferry.
people play it today, Rich. It used to be unreachable,
And
but the
so-
longer hitters now, we're starting to see them go for this par 5 regularly in 2.
Oh,
The reason
gee,
why
well,
they
that's
start
water.
to drive more down the right now than what they used to.
I mean,
Just
good
trying to get on the
God.
left side. The right side, it hugs the water, but you get a
Whoops.
better view of the second shot.
Does that put me in the rough or put me in the fairway? Good God, that was like 40 yards to the right. But I do think I burned myself out a little bit by playing everything at 4 rounds. But it's like that's
Still well over 300
I
yards
want
to
that
the
1 to
flag.
2 rounds and
Getting
things
a
like
good number, the key here for his second.
the players, the majors, the tour championship, and those playoff tournaments, and then things like the Arnold Palmer, and I would be playing those. I'd be playing those all 4 rounds, but everything else would be 2. And then in a second season, look, that was dead straight. Dead straight with the power approach. Oh no, that was a regular approach. I'm stupid. I should have just hit regular approach with my drive, because I would have been
But kind of difficult.
Yeah, don't want to get too aggressive.
closer than where it put me. Holy hell.
Off that bunker there. Very difficult to get it up and down. And of course, there's the 2 little pot bunkers on the right side.
Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par.
In the water. And you get a par. Can't hope for anything else. That's even par on the front 9. That is awful at Sawgrass.
36. It's an even par.
Because you got 2 par 5s that we parred. Oh no, we birdied the 1. Par this one. Hideki pars it. He misses a 2-foot putt. So they haven't really fixed that. They've said they fixed the AI's short putting, but obviously not.
Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And that will make this a front 9 of 37, 1 over par. right, now on to the 10th at Sawgrass.
It's crazy that Sawgrass is playing level par in the lead.
Well away from the fairway bunker that runs all the way down the left side. That turns it into a little bit of a dog leg left. Then you're going to come across that front bunker into a green that, well, is anything other than flat.
Wow, it's staying dead straight. Alright, it worked out.
That one may get up close to the right edge, but it looks like it's going to hang on. That'll be just fine.
But, yeah, wore myself out a little bit, and then there all these games. Again, my dumbass fault for starting so many at one time. I told myself too, before this game came out that I wasn't going to do that.
127 yards to get you to the front of this green, but it's 138 yards you'll need to get all the way to the hole. The pin up front in the right-hand corner of the green.
Come back a little bit. Damn.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still inside 40 feet. Just
Yeah, it was like,
careful with
I don't know.
putting.
It was a little bit downhill, wind helping a little bit, but man, the fact that it flew past the hole by that much.
Left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
Oh, look at that. Read it perfectly.
Perfect read. Gets a birdie at number 10. Hideki now is for birdie. Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558 yards, par 5, no shortage of options.
All right, par 5. Let's get a birdie.
If there's one hole
Again, don't need the power drive.
where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
I mean, what is that?
Started toward the left side.
Basically a hook. It's only overswing 0.9% with a regular drive, and it like hooks 30 yards. What the hell?
Beautiful tempo to that swing. This is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Going to take a big poke to get there, but a chance with his second.
And the only reason that I get so pissed at that is because my driving accuracy and control is way up there.
It is one of my favorite shots in golf. The driver off the deck, and that was
Why are you giving me a power approach with a pitching range?
The big stick
What the
taken
hell?
out and absolutely laced and comfortably reaches this par 5 and 2.
It's 236 to the front, so this 7 wood should be good. But you know, the accuracy for everything is really, really good. So an overswing less than 1% should not give you a 30-yard dispersion. You know?
So he'll dig in here as he readies his third to this par 5.
Ah, overswung it. Damn it. By 2% too.
And that's what will remain for birdie. From about 8 feet.
Oh, it broke so much.
That's gonna slide by to the
I think it
left.
would have made it too if I would have left it where it was at. God damn it.
Couldn't finish it off. 4 feet now for birdie. Yes, good start to this backside. Back-to-back birdies here at 10 and 11. So that pushed in for a par here at 11. And he'll remain right where he is. Up now, hole number 12. It's a short one, 358 yards, par 4.
This can catch you off guard. If you just try and hit the ball on the fairway, if you're on the middle of the fairway, the left side, you will have a blind second shot. So ideally, hit it down that right side of the fairway if you want to see the flag.
Hurry up, Hideki. I was thinking about, should I drive this or lay it up? Well, I kind of bailed out to the right a little bit.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway.
So,
Into the right.
pin is right there. Safely aim there. Let's go back a little bit. Hit it. Oh, I don't need a power drive. Stop trying to get me to hit a power drive. Just a little bit to the right. If we were a little straighter, would have been good. But again, aiming a little bit safe in case it randomly hooks into the water again. Hideki hits a great little pitch out of there.
This is why so many players today favor distance. Good tee shot down there, nice and close to the green. Even though it's coming out of the rough, excellent chance for a birdie.
It was a downhill shot, so it's going to run. Yeah, okay. That's why I hit it so short, because I knew. Downhill shot, you know.
Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie.
3 straight for Hideki.
So now eyeing this one for birdie. Nothing to it. It's a birdie here at 12.
And now I'm actually playing in a tournament with my dad tomorrow on Monday.
Hole number 13 here at Sawgrass. Tricky 181 yards, par 3.
I took off of work for that. Even though it's because I work nights, technically. Jesus, oh my God, his knee is gone.
And that's certainly not what you have in
Hideki's
mind,
gonna be giving him more than a glove, I
Scott.
tell you.
Never had a chance of hitting the green.
But because I work nights, I could technically do the tournament and then still go to work, but I'd be up for over 24 hours if I did that. That's slow. Ah.
Sometimes solid throughout the round.
Hit it perfect though on the backswing.
A birdie opportunity here at 13.
Hair of right to left in this one, Rich. Straight back up the slope.
Ah, I knew it broke. Oh, didn't even hit it nearly hard enough. I knew it broke a good bit in that last third, but just wasn't sure. We didn't have the speed anyway, so.
Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll stay at 2 under. Okay, safely in for par here at 13.
I'd like to finish 4 to 5 under just to be safe, because everybody's staying right around where we are, so.
481 yards is a stout.
I like to have a shot or two cushion.
Every ounce of your attention if you're going to get out of here with a 4. That will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway.
Can safely aim over there. Hey, a perfect follow through. Still went way left. But that's okay. Because the wind, I think, is going dead left, so.
You can favor right side of this green,
And you got to remember, too,
contours of the green just to move that
the
ball
wind
forward.
in this is a lot it's more brutal than in 2K. So like, if
halfway home on maybe the toughest part
this
for
is
the
the
golf
9-mile-an-hour
If for
wind,
some reason,
I
for
think in
such a big
2K
green,
I'd
it's
be like
always
right
hard to
there,
get
but
that
in
second
this one
shot
I'd be
close.
aiming it like right there. With a shorter club anyway. It's slightly into a slightly uphill. It's 165. Let's go with a high one. See if we can't get the wind to knock it back a little bit. Say try not to do overswing, and I didn't.
Stuck the follow through right there. This
Oh
could be
yeah.
really good.
I know it's the second shot golf course, but what an iron shot. I don't care. That's the first, the last. That's a great shot.
Iona's down there. This for birdie.
Well, for a long putt like this, there's really not a whole lot to it. I think you'll fancy
So
your
there's so many
chances at this
shadows
one.
I can't see the hole.
This only about 5 feet for birdie.
It says it's 1 degree above. I swear if I miss this, it doesn't look like it at all. It looks dead straight.
That's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie.
Yeah.
No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll stay at -3.
Vegas gets 3 as well.
We're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 449 yard par 4.
I think it's funny too. Every single time I've tried to lay up, so like this one.
Once again, you're coming out of a shooter
Well, it's
tree,
340
big bump
to
down
the
right side.
edge.
Really, you want to hug that right side, though. Gives
I
you
guess
a
I don't
better
really have to
entry
lay
into
up.
this green.
Or I was gonna say every time I try to hit like a 3-wood off the tee, it ends up horrible.
Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Right, in the fairway. Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich, there's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of this green. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away.
From the
Alright,
fairway,
148
Northern,
again,
this is
uphill
second.
into the wind, hit it
148 yards
high.
left to the hole.
Bring
Pin
it
about
back.
medium depth, though it is on the left side.
That might be a little too much underswing. It's not, but it's way right. Good God.
And that ball looked very good in the air, just doesn't quite finish up.
I put it 10 yards
near the
left, it
flag,
finished
but
10
still
yards right, so it
on the
moved
green.
20 yards from left to right. Okay. It's a little bit uphill. It says 2.1. Wow. It,
Not bad.
the first
Put a
6
little
feet
extra into that
is
one.
where the break
Got it
was. The
there.
rest
That's a pretty
really
good effort.
was straight.
Ledecky now, a good look at birdie. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll remain. Right
I
where
think
he
too
is.
another really big flaw with this game that I've really come to notice. Now I think the random dispersion isn't a bad thing. I think it's a decent aspect of the game because it's, you know, like real life.
We begin the final
You're
stretch here at
almost
TPC Sawgrass,
never,
right reachable.
ever going to hit it
53-yard par
directly
five,
where you're
16,
aiming.
More water, more bunkers,
Um,
more trees, and a narrow approach. Just
and-
some of the challenges here.
Oh, it's too much. God damn it. But the thing is, if you overswing and underswing, your dispersion is way bigger. And I understand for an overswing that it would be bigger. But if you underswing, I don't think it should be, because your penalty is already that it's going to be
From the
short.
green straw now, his second.
So there's that bunker. It's 230, 223 to the front. Pine Straw's a decent lie. Let's go for a lower one right here and try to just scoot it up there. Left, even though we hit it perfect. Okay, it's not as far left as I thought. That's fine. So like the 8-iron that I hit, I wanted to underswing it because I wanted to take some off. You shouldn't have to always hit, you know, like a finesse to take off 10 yards to a shot. You should be able to underswing it a little bit. But it kind of forces you to play a full shot no matter what. Because an underswing is always counted as kind of a mishit. The same with an overswing.
Here, no question, as will the speed down that slope, but this is for an eagle.
And I don't think that should be the case. I think that if you hit a decent follow through, that an over and an underswing should be fine.
Just 6 feet left for the birdie.
0.9 below it says, but what? It went right over the hole. What the fuck ever, man? Jesus. Man, I tell you what. Both of the golf games, I have had it with the putting systems. They're awful. This one does better with the sim putting, but it goes over the hole so much. It's ridiculous.
To 17T is one of the nervier walks you will ever make in this sport, and for good reason.
We should be in the lead by now, right now.
Okay, time to exhale. That's safely.
Jesus. Downhill, wind in our face. See, again, you don't really want to fly it there. So you would hit a finesse of about right here. Oh, it wasn't a bad underswing.
Okay, center of the green. Good shot. A look here for birdie at 17.
And over a putt like this, you've really got to trust the fact you've banked the practice, you trust the process, and certainly trust the line.
Ooh, overhit that. Ah. Well, not really. It was only 2.5 feet past, which is good.
A long one coming up here for birdie.
Didn't overhit it. It just, towards the last 5 feet, didn't really do anything. It kind of stayed straight and went a little bit back to the right.
Definitely speed, and that just skips a foot or so by. No problems there. That's a par.
Alright, let's try to birdie this 18th hole and
Right where he is.
finish off in a good place. The back nine, we should have honestly been 5 under. The putting hurt me
Okay, and finished off
on that par 5. That's really screwed me over with
where he is.
how they don't fix their
Now to the
games
62
properly.
yard par,
Um,
18th hole here at TPC
and then
Sawgrass, and very simple
with that 8-iron having a
intimidating tee shots
like a
in the
20 to 30 yard
That's why you see a
dispersion
lot of players
because I hit
go
it
out
slightly
and
underswung was ridiculous.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there.
All right. Way right. But again, overswung 0.5%.
And that is a popular
Fast
spot that's into the
0.2.
right of this 18th
But it's
fairway.
40 yards to the
Great
right.
challenge from there.
I don't. It's stupid. Look how. What? Has something happened with the game?
Finish up on the green, but it
With
sets
because
up
I know
a
it's
very
updated once or
difficult putt.
twice. Did they change something with the accuracy? I have either max or I'm 1 point off of max accuracy with my approach shots. Or with drives.
Now this
And
could
yet,
be the way to finish a round.
I'm barely
Let's
off
bet
on the
you love
fast and
birdie
the
at the last.
over or under, so whatever. And it's 20 to 30 yards off. Oh. Damn it. Oh, broke way left.
So this for a finishing birdie at 18.
And he seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
I mean, it broke a decent bit for Hideki. There at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is
3
easy
under,
to
should have
par
been
for 18.
5. Maybe
That's
6.
gonna wrap up our 18 holes of golf. Okay, safely in for his par at 18, and that will finish off our round of golf. Our featured golfer here today had some
Oh,
moments,
leaderboards are
but
bugged.
maybe not the round one you're looking for, Frank.
Too many mistakes, Rich.
It's a 7
don't
under
think about the leader. Just worry about improving your own
is the
game.
lead. Terrell Hatton.
So that should just about do it for all of us at EA Sports. Thanks for spending some.
That's a realistic score. A lot of the times that is what the ending score is. So, did something happen? Like, look, driving, our accuracy, we're only 2 points off. Approach, we have full accuracy, full control. Driving, we're 1 point off of control. Why is our dispersion insane? Like, I don't understand it. Four to 7, so a little bit less wind. We're playing with Hideki again. I don't understand why the dispersion. It should never be 30 yards when you're just barely off.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour.
Like, even in real life, when
Season-long race for the
when I'm like
FedEx
150 yards
Cup.
out,
On the home course
or
of
what is it,
PGA
160,
Tour.
let's say, because I'll be hitting my 9-iron.
Live second-round coverage of the
Even when I draw pull it, you know,
Yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the
I'm like
current leaderboard
15
here
yards
on this
left.
Friday.
You know, I'm not
We're looking at a tie at the top.
30 yards.
Second round now here at
And that's, like I said, a draw pull, so it should go way more left.
Played pretty well yesterday in that first ever professional round on this challenging golf course, and now a repeat of that performance would most likely get them through to the weekend. That's not a bad goal. For
Unfortunately,
the tour,
with
is it?
public courses versus, you know, these PGA courses too,
The top 60 or 70 players that'll make,
you know,
Saturday and
greens are
Sunday. So
usually
I
very
think in
small.
retrospect, when you look at the quality of this field and the
You
golf
might
course, which you know
occasionally
over
have
the years,
one green that's kind of big,
whoever comfortable on, it is a
but like the
really solid
smallest
performance.
or
Really
smaller,
glad you had 'em.
Second shot coming up. Let's
um,
bring in Iona Stephen.
134 yards left to the flagstick today.
uphill.
Sitting very nicely in the rough.
You know, the smallest greens on some of these courses are still bigger than the biggest greens on public courses. Sit. Okay. And
That's not
so
too bad
you know, when a pro, it's when they're 130 yards and they pull their shot, you know, they're still going to be on the green, but they're going to be 35 feet away. Ooh.
Got it there, but not
Unless the pin is, you know, on a corner or something. But
17 feet in this putt.
whereas usually on a public course, you pull your shot just slightly, and you're off the green no matter what. See, I don't see this being above. I mean, it could be at the beginning, but it just looks like it breaks to the right and not the left. Whoa, what the fuck? Why'd you do that? See what I mean? I mean, that looks like it breaks right all the way. I'm gonna aim it straight. Okay. To be fair, it went what I thought. You know, went the one way off the club face, and then it came back at the end. So.
Tremendous first day, a day that found them up near the top of the leaderboard in their first ever appearance at this great championship.
They certainly took us by surprise, Rich.
Yeah, on our, you know, this is our PGA Tour career, and you know, the Corn Fair, we got to play the first 2 rounds of the Masters because we missed the cut. Then we got to play the U.S. Open. We made the cut there. This is our first big tournament on the PGA Tour, and it took so long because I played 4 rounds on everything. You know, I really shouldn't have done that. Oh, Hideki hit the tree. Hit the limb.
Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5, Frank. Got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball.
So 210 to the front, 236. Again, the 4-iron has been just miles. It's downhill. Let's just go with a full 5. You know, if it goes straight, it should run. Oh, and it does. It should run there. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that shot. Let's get ourselves an eagle, baby. 3 under through 2. Our whole score through 18 of the first round.
And it came right out of the middle of the club. That is truly a great shot.
This now 7 feet for his birdie.
Hideki gets his birdie. Let's see if we can get our eagle.
It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And following the opening 69, he'll get it to 1 under.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3.
1 off the lead. Oh, they're done?
Now to the par 3 third, 177
No,
yards.
they haven't started. I don't know why it's showing their ending score for the first round. So it's pretty level on this one. Probably really looking at a finesse shot. It's 178. We're probably looking at a 170 finesse because the wind is helping. Oh, sit. Ah.
And that one not on the
We're looking at a 165 finesse. So,
in the short grass.
yeah.
That's a fun tee shot to hit right there. You know the wind is at your back. You tee it high and just let it go. Get it up there in the jet stream, and that's just what he did. He's going to love that.
It's so finicky when I push to have a high chip or something like that, it'll slightly move left or right. It's so finicky with that. Oh! I knew it broke a good bit and it was downhill, so I made sure to move it a good bit to the right and just barely hit it onto that green. So it was a good chip, we just needed a little bit more power. Ooh, bad read. Bad read for Hideki.
Phil. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain one shot back. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And he's going to remain one shot off the pace. So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is
See, this is the hole that I really think in real life,
so you really do start looking at that.
you know, the front 9, this would be a killer. Because even though off the drive, the water's not in play too much, you know, you get in that rough for the bunker, and you have water pretty much surrounding the green except for on the right side. And anything short, you know, you're probably in that water because it falls off. You know, anything left, you're in that water. And a lot of people, you know, if you're not in that fairway, are probably going to be playing to the far right of that green. And if the pin's on the left, it's a really, really tough putt. So I think, you know, an average player, this is probably a harder hole, I think, than 17 for an average player, not a professional, an average player. Because 17 for the average player, you're probably hitting a pitching wedge or a 9-iron, and what's it, 82. See, again, I want to hit a pitch. Let's just hit a pitch. See what happens. Underswung. Oh no, okay. Wow, I needed more underswing. And then again, you know, if you go past the hole, or past the green, I should say, or to the right of the green, off the green, you know, it's a really hard putt if you're on, but if you're off, then you have to deal with the thought in the back of your mind, of if I thin this or hit it too hard, it's in the water, you know, so your third shot's not done if you don't hit the green, you know. It's great birdie for Hideki.
And he'll move to 3 under here, just one shot off the lead. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain at 6 under par.
Because up until that hole, the holes aren't something whereas it's one where every shot's kind of in the back of your mind. Ooh, if I slightly mess this up, it could be, I could be looking at double, you know. And really, this hole, it's just the drive. You know, you can't slice it 50 yards, and that's about it.
Really a good tee shot there.
But see, look at that. Overswing 1.3%, and it was dead straight. Whereas in the last round, an overswing 0.5 with 30 yards right or left. You know, it's, I don't understand what went on in that first round.
How good are these players? Lands it on the putting surface from familiar
Slightly downhill into the wind. We have a 175 club for a 175 shot. I think this should be good. So, I would say we don't overswing, but it was only 0.2. It was still short. The wind really caught it.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Iona's down there. She's had a good look. This for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
It's the toughest putt for me in real life. Definitely is a straighter putt, because it's like I want to see more in it. I didn't even hit that, and it went way right at the end. I knew it was going to. It's at 0.5 at my feet, and but I knew at the last however many feet that it broke to the right. That's why I brought it back more to the left, but it still broke a lot.
It is in for a birdie. And he's got it to 3 under now. Just 2 back. Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th.
You know, 3 under through 2, we haven't done anything since. We got to really step on that.
On now to the 6th, the hole that Pete Dye called the most beautiful hole at TPC Sawgrass. It's a par
You know, and this is another hole where unless you're far to the right, you really don't have much to worry about, because if you're left, there's not really that much tree trouble. You know, be in the bunker or something, but it's going to be a shorter shot anyway. You know, even for somebody who's a shorter hitter with their driver like myself, you know, I'm not getting more than 250 to 270 on a good rollout. At most, you're still only going to have 150, which is just a pitching wedge for me into the hole.
This a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine.
Now for me, this would definitely be a really, really hard hole if I was further to the right, because I can't really play a cut with my irons.
This one has a chance to be close.
So it'd be a challenge if I was to the right of the hole, but to the left it'd be fine.
It is a great approach.
70 yards. All that's left here for his second.
So honestly, we can hit this right here. Because the, 4.7, that's not good. Still ended up okay.
Okay, that's acceptable there. This will be a 14-foot putt.
But it was not a good shot. Just didn't break. Could have hit that probably dead straight. And it still would have went in. Ah.
Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And that's going to move him to 6 under par. Safely in for par.
Hideki is now tied for the lead. We've gone dry the past 4 holes.
7th hole here at Sawgrass. Frank a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green.
4 holes Hideki, I mean 6 holes Hideki's 4 under.
Then it comes back to the right, but they're all optical illusions.
He lays it back with a 3-wood, which isn't
Just hit 3-wood down there, leave a nice yardage.
I mean, it wouldn't be
maybe make birdie.
bad, but with the wind in your face, you know, he's got 200 left almost. Whereas driver, you're not making it to any trouble. And you leave yourself with 152. With the wind, it's probably a solid 9.
Approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
He's rather narrow in the front of this green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
Ooh. He hits a great shot, though. From 193.
Play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself
Again, uphill, downwind. I think the 160 at 9. Let's put a little bit of height on it to make sure it gets down.
Left for him. Pin sitting on the left half of the green.
Oh yeah, get in the hole. Ooh.
Well, Rich, I didn't expect this sort of fireworks here today, but already with some birdies on the card and another.
All right, that'll get us to 7. But if Hideki makes this, he'll move it to 8. He's puts the ball at the toe of his, like the very toe. Goes back into the middle.
Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. Will certainly help the cause. And brushed in, it is a birdie here at 7. And he's going to move to 4 under par. Just 1 shot off the top spot. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rick, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
Because of the wind. Go. Oh my god.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
Good chip. Man, I really thought that was gonna be good. I didn't need to add that loft on it because it would have finished a little bit further and probably ran on at least, but no harm, no foul. Ooh.
Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, gonna leave it on the lip. Okay, that in for
Alright, par 5 next. So get us a birdie. Chance for an eagle, but this par 5 is probably the one that you'd see people eagle the least amount. 2 and 16 are the eagle par 5s.
We close out the front nine with the 583-yard par 5.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest par 5. This one's just hard to get on the green, period.
This hole grows narrower as
No power drive, we're not hitting the water this time. Left side of the fairway, it's going to make us have to hit a longer shot into the green and have to go over all those trees. But if we're able to hit an iron, hit it high, I think we can avoid hitting a draw into the green. But we'll see.
This round's been a clinic so far, and that's another great drive and another good opportunity to make another birdie.
Going to take a big poke to get there, but a chance with his second to the par 5.
Why does it look like Hideki's using a Cobra 3-wood?
That's what he wanted to do. After
He'd be using Strixon. It looks like this club. It looks exactly like this club. See, it's perfect distance for the 7-wood, but again... Oh, this is the 7-wood. Yeah, let's go with this. Say unless it does what it's doing. Okay, we're good. No, we're not. God damn it. I was wanting to say right before I hit, unless it goes left, we're going to have a short chip into the green no matter what. Of course, it went left. A little too much underswing.
That's what will remain for birdie. This would be a good way to finish off the front side.
Oh my, Hideki's putting has not been great.
Automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Yep, that's nicely done.
Gets us to 8, 5 under on the front.
And he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par. We start the inward 9 with a 424-yard par 4, dogleg left with trees on the right and a large bunker down the left.
Again, I think wind in our face. Let's go ahead and hit it high so that we can try to avoid going too far. Yeah.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here.
9 holes to go. We're in the lead by 1. Now,
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot.
yeah, it says those guys are done.
Now the approach
Okay,
here,
yeah.
number 10. What's the right way to play it?
Just avoid that
I don't know where the
undercut
people
line.
that were in the
Don't
lead
go
in the
too long
first
and
place
left.
went,
Over the back
but they are
left,
nowhere to be
not
found.
an easy up and down.
Who was leading before? I can't remember. Tyrrell Hatton, he's 2 over. Okay. Yeah, so you know, for right now, we have the lead.
146 yards left to the hole. Would not surprise me a bit if we were to stick this one close.
Wouldn't say it's that close, but it's decent. With the pin tucked in the back like that, you really don't want to overdo it, because those short chips can get you.
Off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
I pulled it. And if I hadn't, it would have been in. Man. That really sucks. Could have helped out our lead.
Okay, safely in for his par. And this will stay a one-shot lead. Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for 2 that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
217 to the hole. We'll probably hit a high 5-iron, try to get the stop somewhere on that green.
This may be a touch right. No issues here. That is into the fairway.
Ooh, I was gonna say, you know, it could bounce way right and be good.
Now, for a little CVS, perhaps a third shot on this par 5.
Yeah,
Get one
high
close,
5.
Maybe make 4.
It's 209 to cover the green, so I think, 208, so I think this is good. It's going right, but it's okay. On the green, I think that's pretty much as good as you could do without trying to hit the fringe or the fairway.
A chance for a great round to get even better. This for eagle.
Slight. Oh, okay. Did that say above and I read it as below? I think so. I'm very stupid.
Chance now for another.
I've done that a few times. But we got the birdie. See, that was one where I kind of didn't look at it myself and trusted the 0.9 degree, but I read it the complete opposite.
That is going to push him into the lead here on this Friday. Now to the short par 4 12. It was redesigned for the 2017 players. Certainly you can drive it, but there is some risk involved. And that's the way it should be for a par 4 this.
It's in the back, so I think this should be a safe,
right up against the green. So players have
safe
to make a
bet.
decision here.
Yeah. Wind should take it left. Oh, okay. Didn't even carry the bunker.
And that one not straight enough. It's going to work
Damn.
its way into the bunker.
Damn. Hideki really takes his time on this par 4. But this one, 351. You'd have to hit a power drive with overswing to really get it there.
Looking for a strong
Um,
finishing kick here on this
and
Friday
I didn't want to
to get
risk
set
that
up for
going
the
left.
weekend, and that another
Right
good
is fine,
drive
but
here.
left is a no-go. And I do think this redesign is fantastic.
Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. And this
Because
is
the
not
the
a
way the hole
distance
was
you
before, it
practice
was
all
it was
that
pretty
often with
easy.
more bunker shots.
Because it was like you can either play it short, not great, underswung, or try to go for it. And even if you went for it, you just kind of be in the rough or maybe a bunker.
15 feet.
Man, again, the one we should be birdieing easily, but bad second shot. Oh my god. Because Hideki here is probably going to get it back to tied. Oh my, never.
Early on the backside here at the 12th
I'm
hole,
surprised
and this
Hideki is 8 under with his putting in this round.
that one safely in, and it's a par here at 12. And it'll stay at -9. That one finished off. It's in for par. And he'll stay right where he is. Thanks so much focus on the back nine here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous.
What do we
too.
have,
That's,
7
I think,
iron?
what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of the screen that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here.
It went to
over
the
years.
right.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
It was a perfect distance, but just went to the right. Decky almost
not
goes
too
down the
many
hill.
Chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green.
This one's slightly uphill, so it shouldn't roll as much. And it did. I did overswing it, but fuck you. I didn't hit it that damn hard.
Look out. I mean, that one came out jalapeno.
Using all the real estate, and now really got the work cut out to get down in 2 putts.
Yeah, I know I didn't hit it hard enough. Whatever.
Come up that short of the hole. Now this.
It was uphill. The chip should never have ran
He's had great
all the
coverage
way to
on
that
holes
hill.
like this, even when
I
he's not close
landed
to the
it
hole.
way
He's
short of the
left himself
hole.
Very makeable opportunities.
Of course, he misses every 3-putter, but then makes that crap.
That slope, it is in for a birdie. And he moves to within a shot of the lead at 6 under now for the tournament. Yeah, that's well done, though it is
God
for
damn
bogey here
it.
at par 3. And he'll drop out of the lead, wind up a shot back. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you ever want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another.
Why they give me a
good
power
drive here.
drive on the par 4? Not even a long
Just what you
hole,
want
really.
at this point around, you're trying to find
Well, I
a
guess it is
rhythm,
500
hit
yards.
fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
Didn't look long from the drive, where the drive ended up, but it is a long par 4.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line of fairway, and the approach winds up in a bunker. This one's looking good.
Oh yeah. Another thing too that I really,
Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
I don't know why they haven't fixed it. It makes no sense with the lie angle when you're on the fairway, the rough or whatever. Doesn't do anything. Like that was 5.7 degrees above. I should have had to aim that like 10 yards right. But I aimed it left because there's, you know,
Came out hot, tough to judge
a little bit of wind going to the right, and it ended up almost perfect. The lie angle when you're hitting approach shots doesn't matter. And it doesn't make sense that they put it in.
Very good putt there to save his par. And he'll remain one shot back.
And does absolutely nothing. It does stuff on the green. But that's it. Really?
Not quite online.
That 0.4 degree below just didn't do a damn thing, did it?
No issues there.
Went dead straight because I aimed it left edge. Where did it finish? Left edge.
Shot off the pace. Now to the 15th, and Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Yeah, it gets no respect in my book, which I think is a shame. Just a nice dogleg to the right. And really two good shots and a three here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing three holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly. And 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite.
It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive.
Wow. That rolled out a lot further than it should have at Sawgrass.
Noticeable breeze coming right to
As
left.
Sawgrass is a softer course, being down in Florida, where it's so humid, gets a lot of rain, a lot of hurricanes.
Shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish.
That really rolled out quite a bit.
Just off the fairway, Iona. Second shot coming up.
He's got 122 yards to the front, 135 to the hole. And that wind, it's coming from right to
I
left.
didn't want to
Just
underswing it
right,
like
it's a
that.
little bit to the right-hand side.
Never mind, I did. It just went a little further left
Good
than I
approach
wanted.
shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
This would be a big bonus if it went in. More than likely just trying to get this one close. Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. Not an easy one, 20 feet away.
Just a little bit uphill. Did we get it? Of course not.
Got it there, but
Of course not. An inch off. Just as always. Like Zalatoris, man.
okay, a solid par here at the 15. And he's going to remain at 8 under. Okay, that one finished off. For a par.
Alright, par 5, the easiest one. Well, easiest. It's the one, I think, that people eagle the
The
most.
fans love about this gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18.
We hit it into the woods, or the trees,
Sort of hold your breath
last round.
Certainly
Still
17,
made...
that ball's in the air.
Oh, we made a par, I think, because the ball rolled over top of the hole.
Holding your breath, wondering where is it? Right in the water or left with a chance for 3?
That's why you don't want to get too sloppy on that tee shot. A lot of people look at 16 because there's a wide fairway and they think just get it down there.
Well, let's
If
just
you
hit it
15 or
high,
15
let
yards,
the
there's a
wind
little
carry it
ridge
to
to
the right.
left side. If you catch that, the ball will kick a good 20 yards further forward.
Wind
20 yards is
didn't
too
move it
close.
an
I'd
inch,
much
but we
rather
went
go
over
for
everything.
the 4 iron than the 2 iron.
It's a good thing the wind didn't move it. I think we would have hit that tallest tree. Alright, Hideki. Ooh. He got
Just,
lucky.
touch too aggressive. Try to fly it all the way and expect
It's
it
gonna
to
put him
fall.
on the green, though, I
Very
bet you.
ambitious. Look what's happened.
Alright. We really only need to carry this. Right there. Could be good if it rolls a little bit. Okay, okay, it's on the green.
Every bit of that
Needed,
also there.
didn't need as
And got
much
the shot
taken off as I
2 on the par
did.
five.
It says level. I think it's going. You would think it breaks to the water, break to the right, but I feel like it's going a little bit left. Oh. Man, this one's tough. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it straight. Okay, it did. It went a little bit left.
That's a good
That'll
eagle
be a
putt
birdie
there.
for us.
Beautifully weighted, and just a short one left for birdie.
Yeah, it definitely helped Hideki out.
Ideal spot right here, just off the green, a makeable chance at eagle. Oh, that's why you leave the wedge.
Okay.
Perfect roll right there, right to the edge of the fringe, and it's into the bottom of the cup for an eagle. Well played there, a birdie here at 16.
He should have been in the water with that wood
Shots of the lead now.
and not have made an eagle. I'll be honest. Him, I mean, just barreling that thing all the way to the back of the green. That should have jumped its first hop underneath the barricade.
And you realize this is the shortest par 3 on the golf course. But you also, if you think a little too hard, everything that you've seen over the years flashes through your mind.
It's downhill. Wind is helping. Yeah. Pitching wedge.
Okay, mission accomplished. That is safely aboard this island green. Chance now for another birdie.
Come on, we gotta make it and hope Hideki misses. We don't. Oh, we do. Okay.
Yes, some good playing here toward the end of the round. Birdies at 16 and 17. And he's going to continue to crawl up the leader.
If Hideki makes this, he's 9 under for the round.
Shot back.
And he does.
Yes, his speed spot on. It's a late birdie here at 17. And he'll move to 9 under now. 2 shots off the lead. Now to one of the most spectacular finishing holes in golf.
I mean, this one, all the courses we played so far in the game, I would say the 18th is probably one of the hardest finishing holes at Sawgrass and in real life because it is a longer one at 464. You know, left of course is water. Right, you could be in the trees and have to hit a cutout if you want to go for the green.
Another good drive here. Oh, look out, this is cutting it close. That's going to need to hang.
Yeah, that went left for some reason. But only 145 in, pitching range.
Good tee shot right there.
Maybe a finesse, depending on where the pin is. Oh, the pin's back right, man. Yeah, 145, a little uphill, wind helping. Let's go with that 136. Hit it high because of the helping wind. And the pitching wedge really doesn't come back all that much. Yeah, I pulled it a little bit. Okay, we don't need to watch that for an hour. Damn, man.
You realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
It's going to the right. I think it goes to the right the whole way. Now this putt is hard because if you go too far, you can go off the green. Ah, shit. Yep. Or if you do that, you still have 12.5 foot left. It's really tough to gauge the distance when you have elevation turned off. It really is.
Just decided not to go down.
Of course. It somehow went left.
Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And now he's going to fall a couple of shots off the pace.
Yeah, we're 3 back. of Hideki's 9 under round.
Okay, safely in for his par at 18.
See, we get bullshit with the ball rolling over the hole in the first round. Hideki gets help with his ball not somehow bouncing over the barricade on the 16th hole. But we're tied for second.
So that'll do it for my partner here in the tower, Frank Nobilo. For note
Going into the weekend. Hopefully we can pull it out, get the win, but we'll have to see. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Chapter completed the players. We haven't completed the players. Oh, we made the cut. I guess that's what it is. So, I'll see you guys last 2 rounds. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.